Patricia Scotland, the Secretary General of the Commonwealth, with us in studio. Very welcome. First of all, what brings you to South Africa at this time? You've been here before wearing another hat. Now you are the big chief of the Commonwealth, this a global organization. Why are you in South Africa?
Well, I've come for two reasons. One, I came first of all to talk about youth and entrepreneurship. We know in sub-Saharan Africa one of the most terrible things that we have is unemployment for our young people and lack of hope and aspiration. So we came together as international agencies to talk about how do we turn that round. But also I came to celebrate Madiba, 100 years today. He is not just a South African icon, he's a global icon. And I remember how powerfully important he was for me when I was a young child growing up in England, so many miles away from South Africa, but experiencing so many of the things that South African young children of my complexion were suffering right here. So it's great to be here, to celebrate him, and to have been present yesterday at the Obama lecture. But I've also come to speak to President Ramaphosa, to your fabulous Foreign Minister, Lindiwe Sisulu, and the other ministers, because we as a Commonwealth are a family, a real family of nations. There are 53 countries in our family from 6 different regions. We have some of the richest countries in the world, some of the poorest countries in the world, some of the smallest, some of the largest, and everything in between. But we are one family.
I want you to tell me more about that family a little bit on, but I just want to cash in now that you talked about our beloved Madiba, as especially us in South Africa called him. As you said, he would have been 100 years old today. I'm wearing proudly one of my Madiba bracelets. Channel Africa and so many people are out on the streets today doing the annual 67 minutes to honor him. You said now you grew up as a child knowing about him. You can also speak now from the position of the Commonwealth Secretary General. Any precious thing that you would like to say about our Madiba on his birthday?
Well, I want to thank South Africa for him, because he is a gift, not just to every South African. He is a gift to every person in the world, because he embodies all the best of humanity. He taught us what courage looks like. He taught us what gentleness and kindness looks like. But he also taught us forgiveness. And when you think of what Madiba went through, imprisonment, subjugation, vilification, and basically they threatened his life. All of this time, he had a sword of Damocles hanging over him. At any moment, they could have changed their minds. All of this, I think, makes him a huge gift to us. And I remember his humility. I had the privilege when I was a minister in the United Kingdom government, before I was a foreign minister, then I was deputy to the Lord Chancellor, then I was Deputy Home Secretary, then I was Attorney General. And one of the biggest privileges I ever had was to have an intimate lunch with Madiba, where we were able to just talk to him about his experiences. And you know, so many people you meet are not as great as you hope they will be when you meet them.
I was about to ask you.
With Madiba, he was 10,000 times better. You couldn't dream of meeting someone as wonderful as he. And I know every single person who had the privilege to meet him never, ever forgot it. And that is a gift that South Africa gave to the world. Him and Archbishop Desmond Tutu, we can still hug and kiss Arch. We can't any longer hug and kiss Madiba, except in our heart.